Hi friends, welcome back to Simply Our Home, and as you can see we are jumping straight into today's video with installing some vinyl railing here on our front porch. You're seeing these first few clips of what our current railing looks like. It is in dire need of an upgrade. We have tons of paint peeling and also some of the wood is rotten. First things first, there's some demolition that needs to take place. I think this was Scott, my hubby's favorite part. So as he's getting this taken care of, I want to go ahead and introduce myself to anyone who is stopping by for the first time. Hi, my name is Amy and welcome. Today we are doing one of many of our DIY home projects. We love to do things ourselves and save some money along the way. And then I love sharing all of my decorating ideas with you. So if you're interested in all things home, definitely hit that subscribe button down below. I would love to have you join us. We are super excited to get this project underway, and vinyl railing has so many advantages like low maintenance, which we're really looking forward to. It is UV stable. It has a smooth surface with no splinters. It's super easy to clean. It's stronger than traditional wood railings, fire resistant, and it can really work with any style of home. So it's going to upgrade and give our home a little bit more curb appeal. Also, if you're new here, I wanted to introduce our supervisor, which is our black Shiba Inu. She is always right by our side, and that is Nyla. Now, you may see an occasional appearance of our older tan Shiba, which is Moko. But now that this is all done, Scott's going to go ahead and start cleaning up the bigger stuff and tag me in, and I'm going to start just sweeping up and cleaning up. Now, with any home project, I'm usually in the background, usually keeping everything nice and tidy and clean and really just trying to keep him organized. So I'm just going to go ahead, sweep the porch. I don't want to get this into our mulch because there's lots of big wood pieces. So I'm just going to sweep this up and get it nice and clean before we move on. Okay, so here is a look at our front porch and how it looks without any railing and just the supports that we will be wrapping with a vinyl PVC to get a square, really nice post or column. So we are going to call it a day today, and then we will be back to start on this bright and early. So this is the Quick Rail premium system that we are using. And here you're going to see Scott putting some blocks in to support the wraps so that they have something to secure to. So here is how the first post wrap turned out. We are using painter's tape to secure it while it dries, but we're going to go ahead and run to Lowe's real quickly and pick up some larger secure clamps just to keep it nice and secure while it dries. So here I wanted to share with you how each post comes. You actually have two different parts that wrap together and are secured by glue. So Scott right now is taking the measurement that is needed for the column and marking that, and you've always heard the old saying that you measure twice and cut once. And so what we always do is he measures it once and hands that off to me to double check him so that he can go ahead and move on to the next step, which is just making sure that it is nice and square. So he'll do that on both sections because, like I said, they wrap together and then are secured by glue. And what he's taking is his Black & Decker jigsaw, and he's going to make the cut at the bottom of both of the pieces, and then you have to put a little bracket on it that sits on the porch floor, and then we will add glue and install that. So when you're applying the glue, which it comes with all the supplies that you need to be very careful not to put too much on it, because even though we stayed in the groove and applied very little, there was still some that seeped out. And so when we clamped it together and secured it with some brad nails, it still would seep out, and so I quickly would go around and clean that off, and I'll go ahead and show you a close-up of that here a little later. But then to cover up all the brad nails, we went ahead and used just a white caulking instead of the glue, because we found that the glue was so messy. So that's just a tip for you if you're installing your own vinyl railing. We are moving right along, and wow, what a difference these square columns have made for the appearance of our front porch. I am absolutely loving it. We're going to go ahead and let this sit for a couple of hours before we move on. Now Scott is going to go ahead and start working on the railing, and it comes with a bracket that you measure up 2 inches from the floor, and you level and secure that to your column. This will be the place where your bottom part of your railing will sit. So you want to make sure that that is nice and secure and level. As always, I love to encourage you all with a Bible verse, and today's is from Galatians 6:9, and it says, "And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up." Once the bracket is installed, then you will take that bottom rail and center it, make a mark, and then he's going to go down and cut this with his circular saw. As we worked on this project, I came to realize that this could be some DIYer's nightmare. If you do not have all the appropriate tools, this project will give you a headache. Luckily, we had most of the tools, but you'll see later we actually had to go ahead and rent some things. So all in all, you may want to go ahead and hire this job out. However, it did save us tons of money by doing the labor ourselves. I'm so impressed that Scott is able to research things and then put them into effect. So definitely, if you are enjoying this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up for my hubby and all of his hard work. As you see, we have worked all day and the sun is actually going down, so we're just going to finish this section of railing and then we will have to put this on hold. A piece has not been delivered correctly from Menards, so we have to wait on that, and then we'll meet you back here to finish up the railing for the staircase. Today we are going to be starting on our front porch railing. It has taken us a couple weeks to get finished. We ordered all of our supplies from Menards and they got the order wrong. They couldn't find the piece and now they say it's in stock. We called this morning and so they're double checking because the length was what the problem was. So my hubby's outside right now. He's setting up. It's supposed to be a super hot day, like 90s. So he set up a beach umbrella so that we could work under it. And so he has to do some posts first so that we can start the railing down the two sides of our steps. So we're just anxious to get it all done. It seems like it's been taking forever. So definitely I'll be taking you along today through the process. He says it probably won't take that long, but as per normal, all home projects have some type of hiccup, so we'll definitely share those if they happen to arise. So, tips we have found when drilling through concrete is to take a masonry nail and start your hole. And I also read that you should get different size bits, like widths of bits, and start with your smaller one and move up to your larger. We don't have that, so it's taking a lot longer. And they say to use a drill that is a hammer drill, so it does that hammering motion for you, and it should work a little bit better that way. But right now he is just starting, or I guess, yeah, starting the hole.
Pilot hole.
A pilot hole. And then if you hit any type of snag, it's usually a rock, and so they said to take, again, a masonry nail and hammer it to break up the nail instead of trying to drive your masonry bit, because they are expensive into it. And right now we're working with some rounded bits, so we probably need to run to Lowe's and pick up some new ones. Also, the length of our nails or screws are what, 3.5?
Mm-hmm.
And so we need to go down that distance, and so
3 1/4.
3 1/4. So if you don't have a stopper, I don't know what it's called, you can always measure up on your drill bit and put some tape, and then that'll let you know exactly the depth that you need to go. Of course, we didn't do that.
It's right here.
But look at our drill bit. It is super round.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pointed. Not so much. Hey. Wouldn't be any fun if it wasn't a challenge.
So we just had a setback. All the bolts broke. We were aware that they could do that, but we didn't know that they would do it, all 4 of them. We used the 1/4 of an inch masonry bit with the 1/4 of an inch by 3 inch screws, but they broke. All of them. This one broke little, but the other ones all broke about the same place. So we're gonna have to probably, I don't know, but we have to move the bracket. So with last week's failed attempt, we are back this weekend again This time we've rented an impact drill, and hopefully the drilling of the holes will go much better. So I'll take you along with us to see how this works, and hopefully we can get these porch rails up so that we can start decorating and, you know, make our space special for this summer. So let's go ahead. We'll go on out up front. He still has that summer umbrella up that keeps all of the sun off of us. That worked really good. So we're just going to go up there, see how this turns out, and hopefully we can get the rails up within a week or two. Hopefully today though, or within a few days. So this is called an impact hammer drill.
Rotary impact drill. Rotary hammer drill.
It's a Bosch hammer. That's what it says. And it is that Bulldog Extreme Max. Here's your bit. It's Gigantor. So we're gonna try this. And this is, so we already drew this out and then marked the holes. Now that we've cleaned out all the holes and there's no debris, we're at the point where the anchor bolts broke. But so far so good. Everything is looking so much better. He did go ahead and purchase other anchor bolts. I think they are a little bit stronger than the ones that came with it. So now he's just putting the leveling bolts in. You want to go ahead and do that, level both sides, and then finish screwing in your anchor bolts all the way, and then your post should be set. So we are finally coming to an end on this DIY home project. If you enjoyed watching, be sure to give me a big thumbs up and also share it with somebody who might enjoy this as well. If you're new, I hope that you'll consider subscribing before you go. And if you remember, this is the before, and here it is after. And here's another before shot. And look at the difference after. Okay friends, here are some final shots of how our porch railing makeover turned out. I hope that you enjoyed watching. You'll have to let me know down in the comments what you think. Also, I'll be decorating this space very soon, so you definitely won't want to miss that one. Have a wonderfully blessed day, friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!